What's happening, everybody? How are you? This is Pastor Paul coming to you live at the midday. I have just really been inspired by the Lord to come and get on live for just a few minutes to share a word with those who come in on this live opportunity. Welcome to Real Life Virtual on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon almost. It's almost lunchtime. Um, God has really been dealing with me and inspiring me to do this. This was not something that I had planned. And I just want to just go ahead and get into what God told me to do. Um, I just want to go ahead and get into what he told me to do right quick. And so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, you know what I'm saying, laying down stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and get at it. So, in Second Chronicles 20, right? Jehoshaphat gets word that three countries are coming against Judah. And the scripture said that he feared, but he set himself to seek the Lord. And if you go down to verse 10 of Second Chronicles 20, he's praying at this time. All of the people of Judah have gathered together to pray and to seek God. They declared a time of fasting and prayer. And everyone, the scripture says that all of their little ones, their children, their wives, they all gathered to seek God because as a nation, they were going through something. And so, one of the things that we pointed out on Sunday is that when we are going through something, it is important that we seek God before we move, before we make any decisions, before we try anything, before we try to hatch a plan or put together a strategy. It is very important that we seek God first, that we go to Him in prayer and that we get wisdom from God. And the thing that we celebrated on Sunday was that before there is a move of God, there is a word from God. That God gives us a word that gives us encouragement, it gives us intelligence, it gives us instruction and a promise. And if we drop down here to this prayer, and I just want you to get this. It says, but now, this is the prayer of Jehoshaphat. But now here are men from Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir whose territory you would not allow us to invade when they came from Egypt. You would not allow Israel to invade when they came from Egypt. So they turned away from them and did not destroy them. So as Israel was leaving Egypt, God did not allow the people of Israel to attack them. Look at verse 11. See how they are repaying us by coming to drive us out of the possession you gave us as an inheritance. So God, this is the land that you gave us. This is the place that you allotted for your people. And we went by, didn't bother them, didn't disturb them, did not attack them. But look at how they repay us. Look at how they repay the grace that was shown to them. They are now attacking us and trying to drive us out of our inheritance. But here it is in verse 12. This is the verse I really want to focus on. Our God, will you not judge them? For we have no power to face this vast army that is attacking us. We do not know what to do, but our eyes are on you. That's Second Chronicles 20, 10 through up to 12. So listen to what this says. For we have no power of to face this vast army that is attacking us. So the first thing he does is acknowledges that he does not have the ability to deal with what's facing him. The humility that this man shows to look at the situation and assess that what he's up against, he does not have the resources or the power to deal with it. In fact, he goes on further, everybody, to say, we do not know what to do. Have you ever been in a situation where you don't know what to do? You don't have a strategy. You don't have a plan. You don't have anything drawn up as to how you're going to deal with what you're facing. Listen, here it is right now. Here's the strategy. He says, but our eyes are on you. That is the strategy. And that's what I came to share with you today. That is the strategy. Keep our eyes on God, to focus on Him, to look for God to do what we are unable to do. God is stronger than what we're up against. God is stronger than what we're facing. God has all power. He can do anything. There is no enemy facing us that is able to defeat our God. If God be for us, who can be against us? This is a powerful word here from the king. He stands in front of the people and says, we can't do this on our own. We don't have the power to do it. We don't even know what to do. We don't have a man-made strategy, but here's the strategy. God, we got our eyes on you. I just want to encourage you today to keep your eyes on God. That is the strategy. A strategy is a plan of action or policy designed to achieve a major overall aim. What is the aim? The aim is deliverance. The aim is rescue from whatever it is that we're dealing with. The aim is healing if we're sick. The aim is provision if we're going without. I need somebody to shout with me today, Lord, I don't have a strategy. I've tried everything I know how to do, God. I have sat down and I've thought and I've racked my brain trying to come up with something. And you know what, God? I got the strategy now. I'm looking to you, God, because your word promises that you will never leave us, nor will you forsake us. Somebody just take a moment and say, that is the strategy. Keep your faith in God. Keep your trust in God. God is able to do what no man is able to do. The scripture says some trust in horses and some trust in chariots, but we will put our faith in the Lord our God. We are going to trust in God when all else fails, when there are no other solution, when there are no other ways out, God, y'all, guess what? We have God. I just wanted to encourage you with that today. That is the strategy. I don't know about you, but for the things that I'm up against, for the things that I'm facing, I got my eyes on God. It means that I'm looking to God to come to my rescue. It means that I'm putting faith in God rather than my intellect or my intelligence. That I'm going to place my faith in God more than I'm going to put in my own ability or in the abilities of those around me. The old song that they used to sing when we were growing up is, I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. That's where we are going to get our deliverance, y'all. It's going to be from God. So I'm about to get on off this stream right quick. I just wanted to stop through to just share that. I was encouraged. I was encouraged to get home. I haven't done this in like over a year, but I was encouraged to say that is the strategy. Put your faith in God. The scripture says that we should trust in the Lord with all our heart and that we should lean not to our own understanding. In all our ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct our path. If we're trusting in our own understanding, we're going to be in trouble because our understanding is limited. We only can see so much. We only know so much. We only have so much information, but God knows everything. He knows the end from the beginning. He knew what we were going to encounter before it even happened. But God also knows what his plan is toward us. He says, I know the thoughts that I think toward you, and my thoughts are good and not evil, to give you an expected end. So I decided, I can't speak for you. I have decided that my strategy is to look to God, to trust in God, and to put my faith in God. I hope that this has been a blessing to you. If you're watching right now and you're on, God bless you. Thank you for hanging out with me for just a few minutes. If you catch this later on in the day, God bless you. I just pray that what God gave me to share with you really quickly will be a blessing to your life. That is the strategy, everybody. Keep your eyes on God. Have a great day.